So if you are familiar with record culture, vinyl collecting, this kind of thing, you'll be familiar with white label vinyls. A white label vinyl is essentially a test pressing. So record companies, before a record went to mass production, they'd put out a small run of test pressings just to check that everything was working, to check the quality of the recording. And these records would be distributed and they would just have a simple white label on them. No artwork or anything like that, maybe a catalogue number. And so this guitar is kind of a play on that. It is a white label Model S. It is a guitar where I am trying out some new ideas and testing the quality, testing the results before these new ideas get implemented on future builds. So for all intents and purposes, this is your standard Model S. It is the smallest guitar that I do. 19 inches long or thereabouts, 14.5 inches low about, 24 3/4 inch scale, 12 frets to the body. This particular guitar has a gorgeous set of Sitka spruce for the top. It's got some extremely pronounced cross-grain silking. It's kind of almost tiger striped. It's pretty incredible. We've also got Ferro for the back and the sides as well. Really, really nice set of wood. So I'm always looking for ways to improve the guitar, improve my production methods, and to improve or expand upon the longevity and repairability of my instruments. When you're building a guitar, or at least the way that I build them, the way that Irvin trained me to build them, was based on the principle of having a rock solid rim assembly. The reason you have a really solid rim assembly, it acts as a strong foundation for the instrument. What you don't want to happen is a transfer of energy from the strings into the top and then being distributed as heat. As when the sides vibrate, you don't want that. You want the energy to stay in the top. My last guitars had a triple laminated side. They had triple laminated linings, which meant that I had a super stiff, super strong rim set. That was great, but as a result of all those laminations, as a result of all that epoxy glue, it also made it very, very heavy. For the sides on this guitar, I was exploring the principles of monocoque construction, essentially by forming a composite of 3 layers where the outer and inner layer are what give you the stiffness. So on this guitar we have a thin outer layer of the Ferro, the Santos Rosewood. I have a cedar core, and then I have an inner veneer, and it's those outer and inner skins that I'm getting the stiffness. So this guitar really was a proof of concept. It has demonstrated that I can make an extremely stiff rim set, but also make it lightweight as well, which is key to a nicely balanced instrument. So the Model S, by definition, is the smallest guitar that I do. S does indeed stand for small. This is a super fun guitar. I absolutely love small-bodied guitars. There's always a danger with small instruments that you're going to get that kind of boxy, thin, dry sound. I'm really happy with the amount of sound I'm able to get out of these instruments. Plenty of warm bass, loads of projection. It's just a lot of fun.